still using the mixing desk, we're still using the reel-to-reel, we're still using the analog outboard, but there's a little bit of digital trickery going on. So let's go. Hey guys, Andy Pickering here. Today's video is going to be, well, you've probably guessed it from the title, about using your DAW as the creme de la creme. In my last video we did what started out as a demo, then went through all the analog processes to, reach a master basically on the 4-track, mixing onto the reel-to-reel, using the mixing desk, in the analog domain, no screens, all things like that. Limitations, the creativity, the analog mentality. You're going to be pushing yourself, you're going to be getting better takes, more creative, you're not getting bogged down in editing. Sometimes, and like this song, I just want to be somewhere high. I'm listening to the finished recording, and initially my intention was I just wanted vocals, guitar, sparse. But I'm thinking, it really could use a backing vocal. It really could use a mellotron. Or could just do a bit of tambourine at the end. Little things here and there. Maybe, why don't I bounce my tracks into my DAW from my 4-track, add onto it, still using the same mentality. If a song needs something, what have I got? I've got this unlimited tool that I'm, going to have to utilize at some point. It doesn't mean I'm going to just go, oh, well, what's the point in doing it on the 4-track, and I'm just going to do everything in the box from now on because it's unlimited, because we wouldn't have got here. We wouldn't have got to this point if I'd have done it like that. I guarantee it. Do it on the 4-track, you put those sliders up, it instantly sounds great, instantly sounds together, instantly sounds like a record. If you've not watched my last video on the creation of this song, please go back and watch that. I'll link it below, and you'll be more familiar with the song, and you'll see what I've added to it and how we've used this analog mentality to keep the integrity of all the 4-track recording. So the original song was a piano, it was a vocal, and a bounce of all the music. If you remember in that video, hopefully you've seen it, so that you can get my reference points. I said, but I'm backing up all 4 tracks because it's a vital moment when you start recording over things. You can't just most important thing, blah blah blah, back all your stuff up. And yeah, I'm damn glad I did, because that's enabled me, before I started recording over things, to have the original integrity of the bass, the Celesta and the guitar, as well as the bounce. Now, doing it this way, going back to the original set of tracks, guitar, Celesta, the bounce and the bass. So these are all from the original session. And why this is a really good part to sort of be able to get involved with being able to make more of it is because it's got the bounce there, as well as running perfectly parallel to the same things in the bounce. So the guitar, the Celesta and the bass are all there. So if you listen to just the bounce on its own, and that's like the magic part of working on the 4-track, is this bounce track, and normally you would record over the guitar, over the Celesta and over the bass, which is what I did, and lose those original integrity. But if you can come back at this stage, it's a really great way of doing it. This is like a complete best of both worlds moment, and the reason why we record on the 4-track and do it all analog to get is the sound. We're not just going straight into DAW for the ultimate flexibility of spending years editing and unlimited tracks, unlimited ideas. I don't work like that. What I did do was transfer the vocals initially, and listening back to the vocals, you know, I thought I can do it better. I'd got a couple of lines that I'd changed a little bit. So the organ solos, which were done on the vocal tracks, I've transferred those over afterwards. Basically, the overdubs are piano, which sort of counts, I guess, because I've redone it. I've got a mellotron, got a tambourine at the end, and then I've got a double track vocal, backing vocal, and a tape delay, which I've done in exactly the same way. So if you remember on the last video, sorry to keep saying that, but it's just my reference point for all this to make a bit more sense, I'd recorded a tape delay.
It's been so long.
And I did the same thing here.
Saying I will get what is mine.
And that's recorded through the Revox with
I might be right.
spring reverb added at the end.
Here's to all the days I broke a sweat, following improbable lines.
And here's a few backing vocals.
All I ask is someone takes that chance. I'll be there for my calling. Wake up in the morning. I just want to be somewhere high. Can you show me where I can just sign on the line? And I'll hold on.
Mellotron.
Following improbable lines. All I ask is someone take that chance. I'll be there for my calling. Faith you are restoring. I just want to be somewhere high.
We're into the Focusrite and we're sending separate outputs into the mixing desk. So I'd got like the music as a stereo, left and right, or pretty much all of the instrumental stuff. Then on these tracks here I've got vocals, and then I've got an additional reverb, exactly the same as before, where I'd panned the double track vocal to one side, then I panned the double track vocal reverb to the other side. So that's another parallel sort of reverb. Chris from Made on Tape has just done a really cool video on parallel distortion. You know, it's exactly the same process. On the vocal, I'd got patched in an extra bit of compression. Just compressing at 2 stages is always a good idea. Don't slam it the first time round, just add a little bit the first time and then a little bit the second time. It honestly does give better results. And then exactly the same as before, mixed it onto the tape. The only way I could have done a big arrangement like this on the 4-track was with more bouncing, so that's going to be a generational losses, and or with other people. The more people you have, the more things going together. It's all about channels, not tracks. You know, you can fit things on a 4-track. I mean, Sgt. Pepper was recorded on a 4-track, but as I'm doing everything myself, this is the only way I could do it. And so, yeah, all that was done, mixed, out the box mixing, out the box processing. Bear in mind, there's like no plugins on any of this. And then, yeah, mixed onto the reel-to-reel. Okay, so the moment of truth. I'm going to, like the last video, patch in the proper audio. So you're going to be hearing reel-to-reel audio right now. And let me know in the comments if you think it's better than the other one, worse than the other one. Has all this process been a complete waste of time, or has it been, you know, the ultimate hybrid setup, the ultimate sort of win for making the song better? At the end of the day, it's all about servicing the song.
It's been I've spelled letters telling people I might be right. Here's to all the days I broke a sweat, following improbable light. All I ask is someone takes that chance. I'll be there for my calling. Wake up in the morning, I just want to be somewhere high. Can you show me where I can just sign on the line? And I'll hold on, never going back to the mine. Here's to all the days I won't forget, following improbable light. All I ask is someone take that chance. I'll be there for my calling. Faith you are restoring. I just want to be somewhere high. Takes that chance. I'll be there for my calling. Wake up in the morning, I just want to be somewhere high. Be somewhere high. Be somewhere high.
If you need to expand your arrangement, think about, using your computer. Don't just dismiss it and be a purist for purist's sake, is that's all I'm saying. Get the concise ideas from doing the analog stuff. But if you use your DAW as like a mediator, just adding a little bit in between, it's going to sound great. I had so much more control over it doing it that way. I've got the original analog one that I can compare it to, and I can tell you already it sounds better. Okay, so if you like my music, links below. Bandcamp's my main site, but you can stream everything everywhere. And that's it for now. I'll speak to you later.